This is it, guys. Tomorrow night, after tomorrow night, rather, is the home stretch. Preseason week 4 isn't anything that we need to really look at. I'll just watch it because, hey, it's a football game. Why the hell not? I want to watch football. But after tomorrow night, the regular season basically begins. It's the last preseason game of the season for the starters, and we'll see them again September 7th and September 10th and September 11th. And with the Eagles and their situation, I wanted to come out and say something. I wanted to come out and say that, I should have listened to myself before the preseason began. I was a little too serious when it came down to the play calling and whatnot, especially against the Buffalo Bills. Right now, what I'm focused on is just the team staying healthy. Brandon Graham is injured. He's probably going to be back for week 1. Don't expect him to play tomorrow night. Tricep strain, it's nothing too serious, but still, don't expect him to play. If he plays, probably like barely anything, but I don't expect him to play at all. But this team needs to be good, and I think they'll be good. Lane Johnson came out today and said that we're going to head down to D.C. and we're going to whoop some ass, and that everybody should be afraid of us, and no team should want to play us. And my thoughts on this exactly was, I like the mentality. I do. I just hope he's right. Because I believe the Eagles can actually be a dominant force in the NFL. I mean, last year, our defense was borderline elite at some points in the season. We were just inconsistent, especially at times when our offense would fail us. Our offense wasn't ever that consistent, and we ended up losing games due to that. But this year it's kind of different because we actually have a wide receiver core that can actually, make some plays happen with Alshon Jeffrey and Torrey Smith leading the way, with right behind them Matt Collins and Nelson Aguilar. So hopefully this offense can actually do some damage, and be a big-time threat in big-time games. Hopefully the coach's decisions during those games won't plague us from winning any games either. And I always go back to the Giants game, both the Redskins games and the Cowboys game in overtime last year, where those examples are really highlighted in my eyes because we could have won those games. We could have easily just lost one Giants game or one Redskins game, and we could have, maybe had a shot at the playoffs last year. But, it's not even those games either, and I'm not going to go down that entire road again, but coach's decision is a big part in our success this upcoming season. LeGarrette Blount and all those trade rumors have been pushed aside. I'm not too worried about him, and I shouldn't have been that worried about him. And it's about time that I actually came to my senses, and actually listened to my words back before the preseason began 2 weeks ago in Green Bay. I was very harsh, and I didn't like what I saw when it came down to play calling, but hey, it's not like Chip Kelly where you blow out every single team with the plays that you normally play in the regular season in 2015, and then in the actual season, you get blown out and you can't do anything offensively. It was just terrible when that happened, and now that's not happening, and I'm upset because our offense doesn't look consistent. When we're doing certain play calling that's the same throughout the entire game, just trying to evaluate, and I realized that, but I was still upset because I just wanted to see something more consistent and stuff, and I stressed on that yesterday in my Doug Peterson Needs to Wake Up video. Now that we're in that kind of home stretch before the preseason is over, I'm not too worried. I think Coach Peterson actually does know what he's thinking, knows what he's doing, rather, and I think LeGarrette Blount will actually be a pretty good running back this upcoming season with us. He said it in his own press conferences that Doug Peterson, Doug Peterson did say that LeGarrette Blount, he's a powerful downhill running back, so clearly he knows what we need to do with him. He just, evaluation, that's all it is. And I shouldn't have been too harsh over that. So, in the end, guys, I am excited for the Eagles. To all those people out there who are saying that the Eagles are actually going to do terribly this year, I would rethink that. I think almost every team in the NFC East, minus maybe the Redskins, will be at the worst 7-9, at the best. Well, I mean, okay. clearly the best team is going to be like 12-14. The worst team is going to be 7-9. And it's going to be somewhere in between there for all 4 of the teams. And I expect 2 teams to make the playoffs. And the Eagles being one of them. And I'll talk more about that once the regular season, or the preseason is over. But all in all, guys, stay tuned tomorrow night for my post-game live stream. And subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.